national anthem of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And now I call on His Excellency the President for a few remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Your Excellency, Most Reverend Nicola Girasoli, Apostolic Nuncio, other members of the Diplomatic Corps, a special salutation to Archbishop Robert Rivas, OP, Archbishop of Castries, the Most Reverend Robert Llanos, Auxiliary Bishop of Port of Spain, other distinguished guests and members of the Living Water community, members of the media. I can recall as an adult, a young adult, walking through the forest, the rainforest of Forest Reserve, and at times feeling a sense of fear when I felt I was in danger of confronting a mapapi snake or a coral snake, which represented the greatest fear of someone in the rural area when you traverse the forest. And I always remember, I always remember the prelude in that regard. And I remember saying this because seeing this wonderful book and the amount of forest and greenery, I remembered always telling myself, giving myself a sense of reassurance by saying, by repeating to myself what Wordsworth had said in the prelude, nature never did betray the heart that loved her. And looking and spending some time at the pictures in this book, I came to the conclusion that John Keats was quite correct when he said, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. And Archbishop Robert Rivas, How Beautiful the Valley, is a lyrical, poetic masterpiece of exceptional secular and spiritual growth. The photography of John is immaculate. The book encapsulates the essence of rural values and country life. Always treat people like people. Respect all manner of men regardless of their station in life. That compassion is one of the greatest virtues. And humility is the armor you clothe yourself with throughout your life. In a surreal way, this human treatise in poetic and prose form is the antithesis of modern day life. We look away when our neighbor is in peril instead of lending a helping hand. We demean each other rather than lift up ourselves. And we cowardly blame our children for their conduct when theirs is a reflection of ourselves. I am from the country, a rural community, just as Archbishop Robert Rivas is from the valleys of Lopino and La Pastora. And the perennial message that we were taught, because it resonates eternal, was do good and be good. Striving to be good is a process and cannot be equated with perfection. I hasten to add that perfection is neither required nor demanded of us, yet we admirably strive to attain it, burdened by our human frailty. However, the road to redemption and self-actualization is fraught with potholes, and running on such a road will result in bruised knees and bruised spirits, because the runner invariably stumbles. Archbishop Robert Rivas pellucidly maps this out in How Beautiful the Valley. I make no apology for having a sense of kindred spirit and pride with Archbishop Rivas' love, affection, and gratitude for the valleys of Lopino, that in St. Vincent and St. Lucia. I too have experienced the love of my villages, Dali Village, Santa Flora, Palo Seco, Las Pajo, Faizabad, and the love of my fellow villagers. And I have had the opportunity to read at length portions of this brilliant book, steeped in love and illustrated in great measure by the depth, definition, and detail of these breathtaking photographs. The sheer magic and brilliance of the unwavering influence of village life, traditional values, and holistic philosophies can be gleaned on pages 106 to 107. I think, in fact, I will not do the Archbishop any injustice by not reading what I consider to be a masterpiece, a roadmap of life for our young people in terms of what needs to be accomplished in this land of ours. And if I may be allowed the latitude and read from pages 106 to 107. In the valley, I learned to respect elders and was schooled in wisdom handed down by village sages like Mr. Miguel and Tanti Mita, Tanti Dindin and Uncle Peter, men of faith like Papa Shul, my humble and God-fearing grandfather, Mr. Anthony and the much younger Bonifacio Garcia, inspired me and were good role models. And some of these men walked barefooted on muddy roads to keep their shoes clean for going to church. And as a child, I was full of imagination and enjoyed folklore and storytelling. In the tranquility of the valley, I learned to appreciate silence. The gift of simplicity, the art of listening, the grace of noticing and discerning, and the joy of generosity. As children, we enjoyed the wind, the rain and the sunshine, the days and the nights, but the days were too short and the nights were too long. The valley was a great teacher, provider, and comforter. I am compelled to read these words because they struck me to the core in terms of what is required for a better world. The appreciation of silence. the gift of simplicity, the art of listening, the grace of noticing and discerning, and most of all, the joy of generosity. This book is simply a great book, Archbishop. Thank you very much.